What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Saturday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great despite the time that we're living in. Like, we know it's messed up all around the world. Everything's messed up. If you could please hit that like button, if you could please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button to get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of a lot of my videos. So what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on this amazing Saturday? Just come to chop it up with my people. I don't know if any of you guys checked out the live I did last night with If They Only Knew. Those dudes are some dope dudes. I really appreciated the time to talk with them in the live. So go check out those boys' channels. Those guys are If They Only Knew. Go subscribe to that channel. Burrow-Bredz, Borobredz, and I think it's the Stoner Sailor. You know what I'm saying? Joanne, what's up? I appreciate that you want to check that out. They're good people, and they're trying to do what they're doing down there in New York and Atlanta and all over the U.S., and they're guys that keep a positive message. They're not glamorizing or doing anything like that. So like I said, go over and subscribe to those boys' channels. Good people. So other than that, you know, just another day in paradise. We know how we're living. You know, you got to make the best of every day despite what you're up against, the obstacles that are thrown at you, right? Because the only person that can decide your happiness and your being content is you. So it's about kind of just setting realistic goals right now at this time, not reaching too far, hoping for too much, because, you know, we all know that it's crazy out there right now. And sometimes it can be a little discouraging, you know. I just want people to stay motivated, stay on the right track, whatever works best for you, whether that's sobriety, whether that's harm reduction. Stay out of prison. Right now is the worst time. You do not want to go to prison. It's just a bad time to be locked up. Who knows what's going to happen at any point in time? And I think it's just the best time to be free up. If you have family that are locked up, go check them, write them, tell them you love them, show them how much you care. I'm sure prison right now is really difficult. I'm sure it's hard being locked up, not knowing what's going on out here with your family and everything like that. You know, but as we know, you know, it is what it is. Most of us that are on this channel have been through hardships, have had lots of traumas, etc. So, you know, we get through this. We're the type that can. Can you survive at Maplehurst if you don't talk to anybody? It depends on where you are. I'm sure that this is the thing. I'm sure you're going to be fine. Like most of the time, you're going to be fine. Okay. But sometimes if you stand out, and that's not always by being loud, sometimes that can be by being silent. If you stand out and you don't fit in, sometimes that can make you a target. And it's not necessarily going to be serious violence, but it can definitely be stuff that'll make you uncomfortable during your bit. You know, I've seen that happen to lots of guys getting pulled to the back, beaten as if they're like given birthday beats and stuff like that, making guys fight, Friday night fights. And that's all about how you carry yourself. And it only happens to the weakest. So really and truthfully, it's all about you. You can be silent, but at the same time, be prepared to stand up for yourself, because it's definitely going to draw attention. So I'd say it's about finding a happy median. There are lots of guys that go into the bucket. They're not about it. They don't want to be about it. They just want to go home. They don't get caught up in any of that crap. You know what I mean? So birthday beats is when it's your birthday, man. Guys will just smash you. That's a Canadian thing, I guess. Smash you with love. You know what I mean? Just bum, bum. All Charlies, though. All like shoulder Charlie horses. But it's not going to happen to everybody. It's only going to happen to dudes that are victims, you know. And I'm not saying they're giving birthday beats. I say they're giving out birthday beats type behavior. Like, there's no love involved, though. Like, birthday beats is between buddies. You kind of punch somebody's arms or whatever on their birthday. You laugh it off, whatever. Ha 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 ha. Love you, bro. Done. No, keep it moving. But these are just guys getting dragged to the back and beaten until they're purple and blue. They're not being beaten out of anger. They're just being beaten for fun. Birthday beats is a thing outside of jail too. Oh, for sure. That's where I learned it. Gambit Bandit, what's up? What are you saying? What's the word out there? I got to go back to the dentist. I'm having complications. It's crazy to me, man. I'm telling you, one of the most important things to everybody, just whether you're in prison and you're on drugs or whatever it is that you're doing, take care of your damn teeth. I'm telling you, you know, I'm paying now for years of neglect when I was younger and an addict and just bleaching all the time, up all night. And it's kind of to the point now where it doesn't matter how much maintenance I do, how often I go to the dentist, teeth are just constantly having problems. And I had an extraction and like the side of my tongue has been sore for like 30 days. So I got to go back to the dentist. But I figure there's probably an infection on the somewhere in the extraction site, or he could have like injured my tongue while he was pulling the freaking tooth out. I don't know what happened, but it's not comfortable. Gambit Bandit, you remember me? My homie was facing a murder charge. Where's that? And what did you go by? Did you go by Bandit? Yes, take care of your teeth. I'm sorry you're having complications. That sucks. Yeah, I'm telling you, if I ever land big money, if I ever come across any kind of substantial amount of money, the first thing I'll do is invest a big chunk of it into my teeth. See, I brush twice a day, floss every morning, and it doesn't matter to me. At this point, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Yeah, but I've never been to Saskatoon. So you must have been out here. Where were you out here? Not criminally responsible. Nice. I mean, not nice, but if he actually has mental problems, then that's good, you know. That's the thing. Like, we live in a country where a lot of the time mental health is neglected, especially when people are doing time, misdiagnosed. And even mental health can come while you're doing time. Like, I saw a guy go from normal to completely schizophrenic and kill himself within a year. And that's just being locked up in seg, being kept away from the people that you love, not having that support system that you need. And some people can snap. Oh, okay. Sorry, bro. Yeah. Saskatoon. I'm looking for somebody to come on for an interview from there, man. It's not criminally responsible a Canadian thing. How do you get that? Yeah, I don't think it's a Canadian thing. I think it's an anywhere thing. If you can prove that you actually have mental conditions and were suffering at the time of the crime you committed. Doesn't mean you're not doing any time. It just means you're going to go to a mental ward. You may never get out of that mental ward. I think some people have genetically better teeth. Yeah, and that's the thing. You're right about that. My dad lost all his teeth by the time he was 50, took care of his teeth his whole life. It just is what it is, you know. I love BJ. And thanks, man. I appreciate that. He has since been diagnosed with schizophrenia and substance abuse disorder. Yeah, anybody with schizophrenia can attack. You know, I did time with a guy in treatment. It wasn't even time. It was recovery. They didn't want to put him in jail, so they put him in recovery. Shout out to London and I'm blanking right now. Oh yeah, so I was in recovery, and hold on, I'm totally. Oh yeah, schizophrenia. I was in recovery with this guy, and he had severe visual schizophrenia. So he would have hallucinations, etc., and he was smoking meth, and he started seeing the devil. Like, that was his hallucinations, was the devil. And one night he wanted to go grab, so he asked his dad if he can borrow his truck. And all of a sudden, his dad turned into the devil. So he attacked his dad, fractured his skull. Eddie 416, man, shout out to you and Norms. Yeah, they don't work very often here, man. You know, they don't. I've never been to prison jail, but your videos are very entertaining. Thanks, Ahmed. Eddie 416, what up, bro? Norms, let's go on that show. Carlos Samaniega. Yeah, I'd love to have Norms come on through the. We could do a interview for show, but tell Norms to holler at me on IG, man. Prosecution accepted the defense, huh? Well, that's good for that guy. Old Truck Muv K. Wouldn't Seg be better than being around a violent population? Well, those are two names. Maria, I don't shout names because I don't know if those boys would want them shouted. But those boys are definitely guys that I know very, very, very well. I lived on range with them, hung around with them, got bozzled with them. Was good friends with both of those guys. So shout out to DM and DC. You already know. Good people, both of those guys. Whoa. Stabbed his mother 30 times. That's what I'm saying. So humans are social beings. So Seg definitely will get to you over time. And just in 30 days, 60 days, you know what I mean? Maria, yeah, they're good people, but I don't mention names on my channel. It's just something I've never done. But believe me, those guys, those are good people, Maddie, I think you should do a show on prepping guys going in, starting from when you found guilty or plead guilty. I got all the paperwork, like what they don't get coupled, get in their package. Yeah, I've done a lot of those videos. I just, they're in the Bay right now. Well, shout out to those boys. Hopefully they free up soon. What they can get. Yeah, I've done a lot of those videos, Carlos, for sure. If you want to come on for an interview, holler at me on IG, man. So, Matt, do you know how long my homie might stay in the psych ward? He could be there forever, brother. They'll leave him there till he's deemed clinically fit to be in society again. And they're not going to let that happen overnight because it's a body. But who knows, man? Sometimes those guys never get out. And I know that, like, remember the guy that killed the cop? I forget his name. He drove over the cop in the snow plow. That guy was out within like 4 or 5 years. Eight years for DM. What the hell is DM? Sorry, I don't know. I'm not putting DM together. What if you are falsely accused of a crime? Can you explain yourself? You can try to explain yourself. You know, typically, like for most crimes, they're going to have some kind of physical evidence. Like if it's break-and enters and robberies and things like that, there's either going to have to be an eyewitness, fingerprints, DNA, something along those lines. But in Canada, when it comes to murder, you can be convicted circumstantially. It just happens here. Paul Harris, man, I hope you had a blessed weekend too, my brother. 2 more years for DC. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, 8 years, eh? Man, 2 more years, 2 years, not too bad. The problem is they're both smart boys, man. I hope those guys turn it around, you know? Because those guys both have good heads on their shoulders. Madman, but good head on the shoulders. No, I mean, like if your ex-girlfriend wants to get back at you for saying you beat her or something. It's a tough one, brother. I'll say that's a tough one. You know, if she can keep her story cemented, It's tough. Find a female lawyer. That's just the best thing for you to do. Now, DC's a name of somebody that I know. I just don't mention names on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Lock up. What place usually hires people right out of the gate with a record? Yeah, I would definitely say construction. The same as what Joanne says. I definitely would think that that's your best opportunity if you're a guy. But I'd say anything that's not bondable. So even if it's not construction, maybe like landscaping, something along those lines, some kind of a trade. It's really the only chance that you got. Once you build up a little bit of a resume, not everywhere asks in Canada for a criminal record check. So a lot of times you may get a job and skate. They might not even ask. I don't think female lawyers are better. I do think, though, that for some cases, it's better to have a female lawyer. And if you have a domestic that you're fighting that you're truly innocent on, I think you have a better chance with a female lawyer. It's just optics. Do you still hit the gym when you get out or just something when you do inside? See, I typically would hit the gym when I get out, but I work so much now and I'm just tired and lazy a lot of the time, to be honest. You can be a felon firefighter. See that? It's really just about doing something physical that most people don't want to do. I always said that female lawyer. You know what I mean? No way I can hire an ex-con for landscaping clients. Would be scared of having them on their property. But you don't have to tell them that they're an ex-con. Like, you might not, like, if you got tattoos all over your face and you look like a complete savage, then maybe it'll be harder for you to get a job. But like, don't carry yourself like a convict, pull your pants up. Don't act like you're super gangster. Talk to people in English, don't like cool your way. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, just be a normal person. You'll get the job. Now, if you have tattoos on your face and stuff and you look like an obvious con, then it is what it is. You might have trouble getting a job, but most people can't tell if you can carry yourself like a normal person. I come in contact with people every single day, and none of them think that I'm a convict who's been locked up for years and years and years and years for some of the things that I was locked up for. Are there fights in minimum? Sometimes. Dudes, don't feel bad. I have a whole gym in the basement that I'm not using. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? But I would probably use the gym if I had it in my basement, to be honest. There's a streamer who is a landscaper who streams. Look up Off the Yard. Yeah, I know that guy. This dude does have face tat. He has multiple landscaping, dude. Yeah. I had guys hire me all my life, no matter what my criminal record was. People always seem to give me a chance. It's just the way it was. And I think that if you can show people you're a hard worker, then you have a chance regardless. There's not a whole lot of fights in minimum, but they can happen anywhere because it is still jail. Like, there are still men locked up together. Sometimes emotions will get the best of people. There's a lot of guys that go to camp, they're lifers or whatever, and they don't last. They go there, they get into issues right away, they get sent out. So to say that it could never happen, but chances are you're not going to have anybody getting killed, stabbed up, like attacked crazy. Is being used to hang my weed harvest to dry right now. You should holler at me, man, for that chronic, Joanne. I got the anyways. I never being asked in Canada. That's what I'm saying. In Canada, you're probably only going to really get asked if it's like a bondable job where you're working with money. Yeah, you can get sent back to medium from minimum for a dirtier analysis, anything like that. You're going to medium. You have to have like clean record to be in minimum. T-Dot, what's up, brother? How old am I? I'm 39. No self promotion, brother. Can guys go from Joyceville right to a halfway house? I guess maybe if you did like your program, you're doing 2 years, you did your program there, and then you got parole at your 1/3. That's possible, I guess. Not likely though. I had mails and see like crazy. Wasn't watching. Sucks. Did I ever play chess or get good at it? I definitely played chess, but I never really got good at it. Also from the A dot. Are the goofs still segregated minimum? No. No. Still a young buck. That's what I'm saying. I'm still a young fella. I don't feel like it, but I ate some mushrooms tonight. I feel at peace. Mind is wide open, fam. You already know, man. Last time I ate mushrooms scared the crap out of me, man. I ate 3.5 grams. I had one of the most hallucinogenic trips of my life. I hadn't eaten them in like 10 years. And then the last like 4 or 5 hours just destroyed me. Just like introspection on the deepest in the deepest way, man. And I learned a lot about myself from it. What is a goof? A goof is whatever hurts you the most. You know, a lot of people say a goof is like a diddler, a rat, a rapist, whatever it is. Everybody has a different opinion for it. But I feel like a goof is whatever hurts you the most, whatever word you hate being called the most. When somebody calls you a goof, that's what they mean. It's a big question from Ryan. It is Bangholio. I am the great Cornholio. Yeah, there is get out or fight. It definitely what I've always learned in my years, it's just literally when somebody calls you a goof, they want to fight you. They're calling you everything in the world that's disrespectful, and whatever disrespects you the most is what it is. OG Scotty interviews Matt Clark, the go-to prison channel Canada content at its best. You already know that, Scotty B Links. Be good, my brother. I also thought a goof is a chomo. It could be a chomo. If somebody's a chomo, you're definitely gonna call him a goof. Ah. Wagwan boom. You already know, Playboy. Why I say? That's hilarious. I got about 8 more minutes on here, guys. And if you guys could go up to the top, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We speak on prison, we speak on addiction, we speak on life in Canada. I want to branch out and start doing more US stuff. I am doing a video tomorrow. I'm going to break down a crazy video from, what's the place called again? Preston? Burnside Jail, Nova Scotia. I'm going to be doing a video on that. So, yeah, 1 or 2 grams is blessed. That's it. Soft skull bubble brain. All right, man. You already know, man. Hit that like a get the Eddie. Matt made my 1K. Can you actually earn a Red Seal trade while in prison? I don't think so. I've never seen it. So is everything integrated? Is it consistently harassing then? Does everyone know? See, it's not. Thank you, Joanne, for the 20 piece. I appreciate that very much. You're a great supporter, and I will definitely give Sarah a hug for you. She's not feeling well today. She's been super tired. She's been in bed all day. When I click on the dollar sign, it does not give me an option to send you. I'm an ex-addict, heavy addict in the jail thing. Actually believe in what you do. You could go to one of my older videos. Go back and just, if you look in the description of some of my older videos, there is a donation link to go to PayPal. If you can't do it, it is what it is, my brother. I still appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate anybody who spends any time watching my videos, man. Appreciates what I do, you know, and okay, maybe you can get them in Frontenac. I've never been to camp, so I don't know. But for me, the support, just taking the time and even watching my videos means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said many times before, when I got into this, I never expected everybody to be watching my videos. I never expected everybody to be locking in. I never expected to be getting close to 7K subscribers and almost a million views. You know, it's crazy to me to even think about. But at the end of the day, I'm not in it for money. I appreciate the money anytime anybody helps and donates. It helps with things, it helps with my life. It helps with getting stuff for the channel and, you know, things that you have to pay for. And I appreciate every little bit that people can help. RS, man, I appreciate that 20 piece. Thank you very much. T. Matt Clark, one of the most honest men alive, on God. I try to be, man. You know, I spent most of my life lying. I don't see the point anymore. My bed says if you were called a goof or a rat, you must fight or you are done. That is facts. That is facts. If somebody calls you a goof or a rat to your face in the penitentiary and people see it, your respect will be done. Your respect will be done. The rest of your bid, you'll be getting slapped around 100%. See, I've seen a lot of guys get called birds. See, now I'll say this though. We're in a different generation now. We're in a generation now where guys throw around words just cuts. They just do. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot. I've seen a lot of it in my last bit, guys. You're a goof. No, you're a fucking goof. Yeah, no, bro. Like straight up, bro. You're a bird, bro. I'd smash you if there was no guards around, bro. Like, yo, stop being such a goof, you rat. And then they walk away. And then they're fucking eating dinner together the next night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of stuff never happened. When I first came through the pen, 2005, it was an on-site go. Didn't matter. But see, a bird's not as bad as being called a goof. Being called a bird's like being called a loon or a waste man. Like a goof, if somebody calls you a goof, that'll kill your reputation. If somebody calls you a bird or a waste man and tells you to beat it and you're just not really about that life, people will leave you alone. Like, whatever, it is what it is. But a bird just is really like a weirdo, you know, like a loser. You know, it's really what it is. Will, you can message me anytime, my brother. Holler at me. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to get back. Same with the dope deal. Everyone says that guy's NG, don't crack to him. But if he has good meds, he is the man. It doesn't matter. He has a PK, he's the man. See, I was never like that. I wasn't cut from that kind of cloth. Like, most ranges that I lived on in my time weren't about that. You know, I typically tried to like go to more old school and more hardcore ranges. I know a lot of people don't understand that, but I would prefer, like, I always preferred doing my time in Toronto because you're not getting as much fuckery. You know, if you're in a place like Lindsay or Penetang or any of those things, which have gotten a little bit more serious now, but when they first opened, yeah, a lot of like messing around, a lot of guys doing loser stuff, like weirdo stuff. I remember getting kited off a range my first time in Lindsay in 2003. These guys kited me off a range. Guys are supposed to be tough guys. They don't want to fight. They kite you off a range. They slide a kite under the door to the copper. The next day I'm getting dragged off the range with my homie for no reason. But Canadian Prison War Story said Workworth was all chomos and rape hounds. You said it was an okay place, so what's up with that? He has no idea what he's talking about if he says it's all chomos and rape hounds now. There was a point when it was a lot of that, chomos and rape hounds. There was like pre-2010, it was like that, when Joyceville was still population, Workworth was considered a PC jail. You understand what I'm saying? So as soon as Joyceville closed, they needed a jail for STG. You understand what I'm saying? For gangs to go to different places. You get it? So if they shut down Joyceville, all those gangs that are STG that are doing their time in Joyceville are now moved to Workworth. You're going to say that all those guys are rapists and hounds because of bed situation? And there was a time where guys couldn't go from Workworth to J Unit, but now guys can go from Workworth to Collins Bay Max. It's a different time. Bath is a hound pen. That is 100% facts. But Workworth, I'm not saying there's no hounds there. There's still probably plenty of hounds there. Just like there's plenty of hounds in every jail now that's not a max. It's integrated. I don't care what anybody says. I've done more time than 90% of these prison channels. Yeah, we were going to do an interview and his phone didn't work. I'm busy, man. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. He's going to, like, I don't know what to say, man. I'm not, like, beholden to give anybody a fucking interview. You know what I'm saying? If I support somebody's channel, I support somebody's channel. If I tell him I'm going to get back to him to do an interview, I'm going to get back to somebody to do an interview. But I'm not beholden to do anything with anybody. So if he wants to talk about it on his channel, he can go ahead and do that. I know, it's fine. He'll have to wait a sec. Yeah, I don't know the guy. This is the thing. I don't know the guy. Yeah, get the door. I never met the guy, so I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I talked to him one time. He seemed like a decent guy. But I never said I was never going to do an interview with him. I just been busy. Have you seen me do an interview with anybody? Nobody, right? I just been caught up. So it's not like I'm dissing. Joanne, man, have a great weekend and thank you for your support. Mr. Anderson. RS, anyway, good for you. All these little 18-year-old trap house kids pretending to be hard. It's sad. This is the thing. I ain't trying to be hard. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be the most gangster. I ain't trying to be glamorizing anything. Like, my goal is to help people, and whether it's Canadian Prison War Stories or any other channel, I want to support them because I want more people talking about this. I'm not hating on any channel. I show love to all those channels. But if life gets in the way, you can't get upset at me because I don't have time to do an interview. If I was banging out all these other interviews and I hadn't interviewed you yet, then I'd get that. Then I'd feel a little bit of a way about that. But you don't know what my schedule is. I'm not obligated, And that's no disrespect to Canadian prison stories or war stories. This is to whoever said that comment. It's not a disrespect to him. It's just sometimes you got to do what you got to do for yourself. What I mean is tell them to stay out. Yeah, stay out. Hey, Matt, did you go watch the what? Nah, I'm not much of a football guy, my brother. It's not that I don't like it. I used to play it myself. Just not much of a TV sports guy. That's not a diss. Anyways, you guys already know, man. I love you guys, each and every one of you guys. That interview is going to happen one day. Canadian jail war stories will be on my channel one day, you know, just when I get time to do it. It's not a disrespect. Love each and every one of you. Thanks for coming to the live. To the people that donated, I appreciate you. And hit that like button before you guys leave. Love y'all. New Matt Clark.